Before you watch this video, stop and go download the free VA launch toolkit that I have in the link in the description. It includes a checklist of everything you need to do to launch your virtual assistant business and a list of amazing resources to help you run your business. So go download it. Hey y'all, my name is Faith Ferris. If you don't know me, I'm a virtual assistant. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I started my business because I thought maybe I'd want to be a stay-at-home mom. And a year after I started my business, sure enough, I came home from the hospital and I was like, I have to stay home with my son. This job allowed me to do that. I was able to land 3 clients before my maternity leave was over that allowed me to quit my full-time job, make a steady income for my family, and never miss a moment with my son. Now, I want to teach other moms how to launch their own virtual assistant business. And if you're not a mom, you're still welcome here too. So here's that training. All right, so there are 3 common ways that people get into the virtual assisting world, and I'm going to share those 3 ways with you, and I want you to think about which is best for you in your situation. So first of all, looking for jobs on job boards. I mean, this is pretty straightforward, and that's one of the pros about it. You simply look up jobs in something like LinkedIn or Indeed or even in Facebook groups, and you apply for that job. It doesn't require anything up front other than making a resume or a portfolio, which you should do for all of the things. But there are some cons, namely, you can limit the amount of jobs that you're applying for because you might not have the structure to be your own business. And if you're looking to be an employee for someone like a W-2 employee that a lot of people normally are, then there are some jobs out there, but most jobs will be contracted positions, meaning you handle your own taxes, your own business, you have a contract, all those things. And if you're not prepared for that, then it can be overwhelming. It can also be less flexible if you're an employee to a business because obviously you're an employee. They can tell you when to work, and usually they have a set schedule that they do want you to work. And there are a lot of scams. If you don't know what to look for, then you are at risk of being scammed. I saw someone in a mom's group I'm a part of saying that they didn't want to be a VA because they were afraid of being scammed. But there are a lot of legit jobs out there. You just have to know what to look for. I also have a video about scams on my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, then I'll put that in the description. Next is applying to agencies. And this is what I looked for when I first started out. But there are some pros and cons. So first of all, it's nice because you don't normally need a lot of onboarding tools like a contract. You don't need to find clients because essentially they're giving you the client. And a lot of VAs like this when they're starting out, but you're also reliant on them for clients. So I'll talk a little bit about that later. It also provides a little bit of structure if you're new to being a business owner and they might train you. You're essentially an employee to them, but you may or may not be a W-2 employee. So you're like a subcontractor and you'll still handle all your own taxes and everything on your own, but you'll most likely be treated like an employee. Sometimes they have their own training and systems in place. This was my experience when I worked at an agency. The biggest con is probably pay because the agency takes a cut of what they're charging clients. So you're not going to get paid a ton. Usually I've seen about $15 to $20 an hour as a standard, which might be okay depending on what you're looking for. But if you niche down, there is a possibility for more if you're like, say, a copywriter and you're working at a specific copywriting agency, because that's a more specialized skill. You might get more money, but still you won't make as much money as you would if you weren't working for someone else who is also in a way working for someone else, which is their client. It can also be less flexible and can limit the amount of jobs, just like the first option we talked about. Because you're like an employee to the agency, they may want you to work certain hours or be around for several meetings. And some agencies also don't want you to work for similar clients because obviously that's in competition to the clients that they're trying to get. So if you're trying to get into something like marketing, they may only want you to work with their marketing clients. And so that can really limit your potential as a VA, especially if you want to grow your business or get more money. And then there's my favorite route, which is starting your own virtual assistant business and being your own boss. Why is this great? Well, for one, the pay is likely to be higher. You can set your own rate. Nobody's telling you what to do. For instance, when I was going to get a job at an agency, they were going to pay me $18 an hour, whereas I went and found my own client and I was able to get paid a minimum of $25 an hour. Now I get paid $30 an hour. And for certain skill tasks like video editing, I charge $50 to $100 an hour. So that allows you to work less hours, but you're getting paid more. It's also more flexible if you find a client on your own. You can make your own hours. Obviously, you'll still have to work around a client's schedule if they want to, have meetings with you. But I found that they're way more flexible than an agency or a business telling you when you have to be available. There are also more job possibilities. You not only can apply for more jobs on job boards or in like Facebook groups because you're prepared as a contractor, but you can also get clients in other ways like word of mouth, your local community, social media, websites. There are a lot of different ways that you can find clients. But there's a con for a lot of people, and you have to start your own business, and that requires work. But there's hope. First of all, did you download my free VA launch toolkit? It guides you step by step on how to start your own VA business with a checklist. It doesn't have to cost money to start a business. It's not like a physical storefront. It's not that difficult, I think. I'm going to make it super easy for you. I'm going to go right now and show you kind of like what's on this checklist. So we're going to do it together. So first, you need to build a solid foundation for your business. Figure out what services you're going to provide, including a niche, audience, and mission statement. This is going to guide your business, and that's why I don't want you to skip this part. I have a little VA identity guide that's going to be coming out soon, and it may or may not be out depending on when you're watching this, and it's going to help you with that if you need any sort of help with building that foundation. Step 2 is branding. You need to create branding for your business, things like a logo, colors, names, but I don't want you to stay too long here. It's really easy to get caught up in branding because I think it's a lot of fun, but it's not as important as you think it is in the very beginning. It's not going to make or break you. Like a client is not going to likely fire you or not hire you because your branding and your colors are a little off. You could always change this or update it later on, and you probably will later down the line. Next is setting up your business legitimately. You need to do things like register your business, create a contract, which those resources that are in the VA Launch Toolkit has resources for contracts. There are contracts already made out there that you can just tweak to fit your business. You also need to write policies and procedures. You need to choose pricing. When people ask you, what do you charge? You need to have something to tell them. You also need to figure out the financial aspects of your business. So things like taxes. You do need to pay taxes. Invoicing. How are you going to invoice clients? I have those resources that should be in that VA Launch Toolkit download. You also need to have a savings plan for your business. So savings for like a computer. What happens if your computer breaks down? You need to have a savings account for that. And doing things like accounting. So like bookkeeping, just keeping track of your business. You don't want more money to be going out of your business than is coming in. And then step 5, you need to prepare for the clients. So making things like a pricing guide. So when they ask you how much do you price, you send them a pricing guide. You need to create a welcome packet. So when they do sign that contract, you can give them a welcome packet with your policies and procedures. So they know what hours you're working, they know holidays, like all that kind of info. You also need to create an amazing portfolio. And this is probably one of the most important steps in your business because this honestly literally can make or break whether a client works with you. You also need to have some sort of way to track clients. So you might be applying for a lot of different VA jobs. You want to keep track of those people. What kind of conversations are you having with people? And then you are ready to launch your business. But you're like, wait, how do I find clients? And this is where I tell you about Mom's VA Business, a course that may or may not be out depending on when you're watching this. It is all about making virtual assisting simple. And it's essentially 3 courses into one full course. So there might be a mini course that appeals to you and might help you with your journey. So first of all, there's the VA Identity Guide that's going to be coming out March or April of this year. And this is all about helping you discover where you belong in the virtual assistant industry. So I talk about different skill sets, helping you find your niche, crafting a clear mission statement, all those big foundational skills. Then there's Ready, Set, Launch, which comes out in May or June. I go into further details about how to launch your business with confidence and ease. So if me going through that business checklist is still really confusing, then this is the course for you, because I will go step by step on how to launch your business. And then there's the Finding and Working with Clients course to help you get unstuck with proven strategies on how to grow your client base and foster healthy relationships. So this is probably the most important part of your business, right? Because if you don't have clients, you don't have a business. And I think it's also really intimidating to new VAs and even veteran VAs. But once you have strategies, you can move forward knowing you're doing everything in your power to land clients. So you don't have to question it. You know there are various ways to get a VA job. And I really want you to have a professional business that attracts high quality leads so you can make a stable income. And that's what this course helps you to do. It's essentially like a coaching session, but more affordable and at your own pace. But that's not all. The good news is that if you downloaded the VA Launch Toolkit, then you are already on the list to be notified when each mini course comes out. I'm going to be doing a beta launch that's essentially like up to 50% off some of these mini courses just before the full course comes out, because I want to hear your feedback on what you think should be included or maybe even left out. I want to make this course as amazing as possible. And if you're watching this and all the courses are already out, don't worry, there are still going to be special offers coming for you too. So if you need to connect with me for any reason, if you have questions, and you're watching this on YouTube, please let me know down below in the comments. You can ask those. I will respond to those. You can respond to my email if you're getting this on a MailChimp sign-up form. You can also connect with me at Virtual Assistant Moms Facebook group. I will post that in the description. You can follow me on Instagram, Faith K. Ferris, on YouTube, Faith K. Ferris, which a lot of you are probably watching this on YouTube. So hi, please subscribe. I have videos all about virtual assisting, and I will be posting a lot more of those soon. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you have a great day. Bye.